Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. You don't need to be the Tiger King to go hang out with exotic animals. Today, I'm going to take you on a little adventure of Germany's national parks and green spaces. So settle in and enjoy our adventure. The concept of a national park was developed in the United States with the creation of Yellowstone National Park in 1872 to preserve the outstanding beauty of this natural landscape for all people. The first considerations for a national park in Germany began in the late 19th century. Discussions around creating a national park in the Bavarian forest began in the early 20th century, but it wasn't until 1970 that the Bavarian forest was officially deemed a national park. As of today, there are 16 national parks in Germany. But what does that mean? For the land within a national park, after 30 years at the latest, 75% of the national park area must be left to process protection free of controlling human measures. Parks spend those first 30 years helping nature return to its normal state by doing things like reintroducing native wildlife to the area once again. After that 30-year period is up, humans can no longer interfere, and as their motto says, let nature be nature. Okay, friends, pack your jackets, pack your hat. It's a bit chilly in Germany right now, but the sun is shining. Let's go exploring. Oh my gosh, we're here already. That was fast. Okay, I've got my hat, got my jacket, I got my sunscreen, and I got my water. Let's go check out Germany's very first national park, the Bavarian Forest National Park. The Bavarian Forest National Park became Germany's first national park in 1970. In the park, a whole lot is done to allow nature to flourish. The lynx, the largest cat on the continent, disappeared from the region back in the 19th century due to human persecution, as did bears and wolves. Thanks to a release project in the 80s, all have found a home in the forest once again. Oftentimes, paths are temporarily blocked throughout the park to protect endangered animal species like the capercaillie and the peregrine falcon. Protecting habitats as well as the endangered species that live there is a huge part of what makes a national park. Berchtesgaden became the second national park in 1978. It plays a huge role in protecting the endangered golden eagle. Eifel National Park was established in 2004 and is still considered a development national park, meaning it's still in those first 30 years where they're working to support nature to develop its natural balance. Even so, Eifel is home to many protected animal and plant species, such as the middle spotted woodpecker, kingfisher, and another one of its specialties is the yellow wild daffodil. Of course, there are many things to do in national parks other than visit endangered animals. You can hike, bike, and geocache throughout the parks. Just like in the US, there are ranger talks and guided tours all around the park. My favorite thing to do in the parks is the Junior Ranger program. America's version of this program is a huge success and is available at all 419 national park sites. At each site, you get an activity book, which you complete by exploring and learning about that site. Once completed, you take an oath with a park ranger and then receive a certificate and a badge or a patch deeming you a junior ranger for that park. It's completely free and for kids of all ages. I'm an official junior ranger at over 100 national park sites. Our program also has an online component that allows you to explore parks from the comfort of your home. Right now, many are offering virtual badges that you can collect while the parks are closed. Germany's Junior Ranger program has a few more levels than what we have in the US. In Germany, the Junior Ranger program is an umbrella of 4 different opportunities: Region, Explorer, Web, and School. Junior Ranger Region is for kids who live near a national park and requires them to participate throughout the year, volunteering in the park and leading in-park activities like geocaching. Junior Ranger Explorer is similar to the US's program. Each park has its own activity book that must be completed in order to earn a certificate and badge. The booklet costs around €5. Junior Ranger Web is a free resource for kids to learn about nature through fun activities and games online. The fourth program, Junior Ranger School, is a collaboration between parks and school districts to help create a curriculum where students learn about nature and conservation. Along with 16 national parks, Germany also has 7 national nature monuments, 8,833 nature conservation areas, 18 biosphere reserves, and 105 nature parks. While we don't have time to talk about all of them, it's worth mentioning the European Green Belt. Through Germany and Europe, this follows what used to be the Iron Curtain, what separated East Germany from West Germany for so many years. Along its length through Germany are more than 100 different habitats, including grasslands, marshes, and forests. Its width varies between 50 and 200 yards, but is longer than the distance between New York and Chicago. It's only 68 square miles in total, but home to over 1,200 threatened species. Because this space was basically inaccessible to humans for so long, it became a refuge for many rare species that had disappeared from intensely used areas of Central Europe. Along with conserving nature along this path, organizations are also working to conserve history by setting up information plates along the route to inform visitors about the history of the Iron Curtain and the natural values in place due to this history. You can bike the entirety of the Greenbelt, nearly 6,500 miles, using the cycle route called the Iron Curtain Trail. Thanks for joining me on this adventure today. I hope you learned a lot about Germany's nature spaces.